Welcome back to Trigger Tribe. I'm Lena Miculek, and today I have gotten 5 different types of concealed carry products from where? Oh gosh! I got them from Temu, and we're gonna see if these things are a deal or a complete scam. Because you can be cheap in a lot of places in life, but if you have bad concealed carry gear, the consequences could be shooting yourself. So let's break into these products, see what's up with them. They're a steal and you need to add it to your collection, or see if it's something to completely avoid and never use. How trashy. Ew. What do we think about that? Not notice the square boob on this side. I got real wide. Did that look good? The material is literal trash. It's like, this is the worst feeling thing. Ugh. So I have 5 different ones in here, and we're just gonna randomly pull one out. Oh gosh, okay, yep. So this right here is the ankle holster for concealed carry, adjustable black polyester magazine pouch. This ankle holster was a whopping $9.58. Wow, what do we think about that? I have a few mandatory rules for concealed carry. What are they? 1, the gun must actually be on me. It has to be means that make sure that I'm never leaving my firearm behind, or that it's easily accessible to someone else. Rule number 2, the trigger can never be accessible through the material. And one thing on Temu that I did not see a lot of was Kydex. This ankle holster is a lot of soft materials that feel like they'll be really nice on my skin, but this gun pocket elastic thing doesn't feel very safe. It also has a magazine pouch here. So it goes around the ankle, it secures just with our Velcro, and then this piece is supposed to go like above your calf to keep the whole holster from sliding down. So we have our inside pocket here with just an elastic closure. I'm not gonna be using real guns today, so we're taking out our trainer guns. I have this Mantis Titan that shoots lasers, has an automatic resetting trigger. I also have this just a blue trainer gun. We're gonna start with our blue trainer gun because it's smaller. It's a P365 XL Rose model. Bam! Wow! How secure is this on my leg? Are you ready? Let's see. Okay, well,
pretty good.
I kept the gun, I lost the mag. You know, doing a traditional river dance, only keep a gun on, not a spare mag. This closure is not quite secure enough, but not bad. All right, security. I'd say I give it, what, like I lost a mag, my gun was still there, didn't move very much, like a 4 or 5 out of 10. All right, comfort level. Material is very soft. Now, I don't know if it's the best, but yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 in comfort. Concealability. It's totally dependent on the style of pant. I would give this maybe a 2.5 out of 10 because you have to have such a specific outfit to be able to actually conceal this. And for the last test, it's all about safety. And to me, what makes a concealed carry firearm in a safe condition is that the trigger guard is fully encapsulated in a material that makes it inaccessible. So I've switched out to the Titan that has the movable trigger, and I want to see if through this double elastic material, if I can activate the trigger and shoot a laser onto. I cannot easily activate it, so that's pretty good. Okay, safety, I'm gonna leave it as a question mark. Although it cannot activate the trigger fully and pull it all the way to the rear, I don't like what I'm feeling. I don't like that I can still manipulate the trigger even a little bit. Soft fabrics, to me, don't qualify as a material that's safe to conceal carry in. For me personally, not safe enough for me to carry a fully loaded firearm in. Let's see what the next thing's gonna be. This is the universal ambidextrous ambidextrous belly band holster. Wow! And I paid a whopping $5.03 for it. All right, I'm gonna hop into this belly band and get changed into it. Ta-da! So I'm wearing it exactly how they have it in the listing, which is pretty atrocious. But this is, you know, not the concealed version, so let's give it a second. Let's conceal. And I don't think anybody would not notice the square boob on this side. So that's not cool, but that's all right. We're gonna run through the next test. Okay, and then for my draw, after all that jumping around, I say that it stayed in place, as it should. Nah, I don't like it. All I can think about is the fact that I have this weird strap on my chest. Give it 7 out of 10 and secured to my person. If I was rating it on the concealed side, it gets a 2 on concealment. They have it set up as a cross draw. Any concealed holster that has like the little strap that holds it, and I understand why the strap's there, but I hate having an additional thing that I have to do, especially if I'm really trying to draw in a life or death situation. Not the worst in the whole world, not the best in the whole world. I hate anything that has a Velcro strap to access, but yeah, modest. No one will ever see the side boot gun. Okay, on draw, I don't like it. I give it a 3, give it a 4. Lastly, safety. Let's see if I can operate the trigger through this material. Ooh, I can! You definitely can pull the trigger through this holster because it has that single elastic material, which is not safe. So this one gets a big ol' 0 for me because if you can access the trigger, it is not a safe form of concealed carry. Number 3, what is it gonna be? This is the 1911 P320 new model dual shoulder holster. You can expect to be paying right around $10.79 for these. Let's jump into it and see if it's worth anything at all. Here, I have returned. So these are my first shoulder holsters. I had to put a pants on that had a really low waistline so that I could attach my belt anchors onto it. And the shocking thing about these shoulder holsters to me is that they're not cross draw, they're normal draw. So although the adjustment doesn't fit me, I'm gonna rig it so that if they kind of stay in place, and then we'll do our test and we'll jump into it. What are we gonna do with that? Okay, concealability. Can you tell that I have 2 guns on? You tell me. As long as there's not a breeze, I think we're good with the shirt open. Otherwise, you see everything. Let's try a slight button. It's about as oh gosh, it's about as forgiving as it gets, but I got real wide. Not quite about this. I give this concealability, you can't, I mean, I couldn't wear anything bigger than this. So I give this a 1. Because the only way it works is with shirt open, and then if the wind comes, guns out. Bam, don't like it. Now, is it comfortable? No. They stayed in place, but at what cost? The cost of really nasty feeling material on me, and this harness seems to weigh about as much as the guns, and it's made of the worst fake leather that I've come across in a long time. So, stays in place, secure, yes. Comfortable, no. Material, no. I don't even need to scale it. It just is inno for the ranking. We'll go from concealed. Did that look good? Please comment down below. Are these supposed to be cross draw? Is this like a Temu mess up, or am I just, out of concealed carry trends from the 80s? These are supposed to be full-sized guns, and I've got 2 compacts. Could you imagine this with 2 full-size 1911s? Like, that's a whole nother mood. I'm probably dead. Yeah, that probably wasn't, yeah. I got shot. I'm not winning a gunfight in these. But if I ever do get my guns out, I got 2 of them. So it gets a little bit of favoritism from me because it's for 2 guns. Does it do it well? No. No, I recommend this. Not at all. Now for the safety, this is actually a thicker material. It's not gonna leave me any opportunity to get at my trigger or operate it. So technically it is safe. Now, would I be putting the thing that I choose to protect my life with in this? No, don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. You matter more to me. Spend a little bit more money, please. But let's move on to these last ones and see if there's any hope for these products. All in all, I'm gonna be honest, they all seem to hold the gun on your person well. The materials across the board have been pretty atrocious. A couple of them were comfortable, a couple of them were not safe, and some were safe. So it's been really a mixed bag, but we only have 2 left. So let's see. And this is our holster. Wow! 1-pack ambidextrous Oxford cloth tactical gun holster. And this is coming in at a whopping $5.35. This is our holster, everybody. It is 2 pieces of fabric to create a pocket with some little slits on the side. I legit have sewn a holster that looks like this. Right, 365 XL fits. Now we use these to Velcro, and then they snap together at the top. They show this with the belt run through it, worn around the waist. So I'm gonna put this on exactly how they have it on in the photos, and then we'll test it out. All right, this is pretty self-explanatory. I put it on my own comfort concealment belly band, and it shows it just on any belt, but worn around the waist. My appendix is how I normally carry, but not in a fabric holster like this, but in a true Kydex one. We're gonna rank it. First, I know that concealability will be probably pretty darn good. Oh yeah, I would most likely be able to conceal that even under something different. I'd say comfort-wise, as long as you wore it on top of a shirt or just not directly on your skin, because the material is literal trash. It's like, this is the worst feeling thing Ugh. You don't want that touching your skin. But as long as it's not on you and you have a belt already that is designed for carrying, you know, directly on your skin, then it works really well. What do we think? What do we think? Could we move in this? Could we move in this, Letty? What do we think? It's right where it was. This thing isn't gonna go anywhere. I don't have any worries about that. This is gonna have an additional motion. All right, so I need to clear the snap and then draw. Not bad, not bad. It feels incredibly inconsistent because of how much this holster moves on the belt. And as you start to press down to take the snap off, this whole thing collapses and folds out, which is really angling my handgun into my stomach, which is about the last place I want my gun to be pointing. I'm not liking that at all. I give the draw on this gun a 0. Loser. Looking at this holster, it seems to be at least like a folded material, so it's a little bit thicker. I do not see me being able to access a trigger through this, but for all of the other reasons said, I do not deem this a safe holster whatsoever. We've done it. 4 holsters down, 1 to go. It comes in the most trashy of packaging. Yep. Ooh, an extender. We've got a thigh holster, everyone. Finally, I've been trying to call everything else a thigh holster, but we finally got a real thigh holster. How trashy. Ew. I do not like this saloon girl look for my thigh holster. Let's take a look at the material. It's mainly just a big elastic band with a doubled up elastic on the front. This is super thin, so we'll see if we can get any trigger guard protection through that material. It's got a smaller slot that looks like it's for a magazine, and I'm guessing it has one on either side so you can wear it either left or right leg, right-handed, left-handed. At least it has like the little rubber, like the little silicone like sticky bits on the top and the bottom in hopes of sticking to my leg. I think it has a magnet. Do you see this? Right here it has this circle, and then on this side it's like sewn in. I feel like it's gotta be a magnet. We're gonna use it today. Wow, welcome to my trashy gun. A little rusty. Let me see. Every concealed carry gun that's gonna be small enough to go in this thigh holster is gonna be mainly polymer. And this magnet does not line up on anything on this gun that is magnetic. Let me put this on my thigh, put a skirt on over my shorts, get to testing. I've got a gun on my thigh. Wow, I have never been a fan of this concealed carry. One, I don't quite have the thighs for it. I really think you gotta have that gap to be able to put a gun there. Immediately, I think that it feels that it's going to hit the ground at any moment. I guess it's time for a test. Shall we do a little dance? With minimal doing, my gun has proceeded to move down my thigh, and it feels like what I said, like it's about to hit the ground. So secured? No, not even close. Give me one more line dance and this thing's on the ground. And for that, don't like it. Material. What do I think about the material? Terrible. I hate that someone sells this and tells you to put a gun in it. They're really insulting. Comfort. I think that thigh carry, unless it's in a proper form of thigh carry, like I really enjoy the Dean Adams product where the gun fully goes inside a place where it's not rubbing on your skin. Because oh my gosh, could you imagine walking around with just a gun rubbing on your other thigh all day?
Nope.
I do not see that world being very comfortable. Very low score on comfort, very low score on material, and it's not secure. So what does that leave us with? The draw? Let's do that draw! Let's see, let's give it a couple of draws. You talk about, you don't have to worry about overcoming retention, cause there is none. All right. This gun is gonna fall out on the ground. You cannot be carrying in this thing. Like, nothing is holding this in. Okay, so is it fast? Well, yeah, because the gun's about to fall out. You just gotta catch it. Make sure it doesn't hit the ground, but that doesn't make it good. Now for safety, there ain't no way it's stopping me from pulling the trigger. Let me try and put this one in there so that you can see that we can access the trigger. Oh my gosh, look at this. Yeah, look, yeah, we're shooting. Don't worry, you can just shoot your foot. Yeah, we can fully access the trigger through this. So is it safe? Zero, Chad, it's terrible. There. So that's all 5 of the concealed carry products that I have from Temu. I hope that the big takeaway is that although all of these products resemble concealed carry gear and have a few things that they did well, none of them did all of it well. And when it comes to concealed carry, I imagine the reason that you're doing that is because you're preparing to possibly encounter one of the worst moments of your life, something that's highly stressful, something where your life is on the line, and I would never trust anything that I purchased from Temu. Everything here from materials to design to thought process behind it is lacking, and your life is worth so much more. I think that all of these products are a scam and not worth your money, even if it's just a few dollars. If you stayed around to the end of the video and you're like, oh man, but what should I spend my money on? What does make something a good concealed carry product? Let me show you a few of the things that I would advise you look for in the future. No matter the brand, the material that you concealed carry in is something that I'm always checking out, and something that's tried and true, something that has retention, that has reliability and consistency is always Kydex. Whether it's a fully Kydex holster or a Kydex and leather or Kydex combination holster, as there are many people out there that make them, this Kydex really allows for a higher level of consistency, which for me, when it comes to concealed carry, is of most important. Kydex is this hard plastic material that's molded to fit every specific model of handgun. So this one right here is for a P365 or P365 XL, and you can hear it snap into place and provide a hard shell, making making our trigger totally inaccessible. Outside of material, a few other things that I'm looking for are really secure means of mounting that holster to myself. For me, I almost always upgrade my typical belt clips to these Ulti clips that actually attach and clip on to almost any material, securing your holster in place so you never have to worry about it wandering around on your person. After material and mounting system, something that nicer holsters really give you are options to help better conceal it. Like on both of my holsters actually here, you'll see wing setups on the side which help angle the gun into my person, allowing for better concealability across the board. Spending a little bit of extra money, anywhere from $20 to $65 to even $85, can secure you a Kydex holster that offers so much more than any of the Temu products ever offered me. So don't buy a lot of things, buy a few, make sure they're of good materials, sound mounting systems, and allow you some adjustability to be able to truly conceal whatever firearm you're choosing on you. The concealed carry products that I choose to run are mainly crossbreed, so yeah, you can link this exact holster, which is one that I had some design modifications to and have specifically laid out this setup for the ultimate slimline holster for easy concealing with wing and other things. So I did do that. You could check that out, but you don't have to. It's no big deal. Just make sure that, you know, it's good quality. Cool thing about Crossbreed though is that they're super amazing people. In purchasing from Temu, I feel like I'm just handing my money to the blind masses. When I work with Crossbreed, I know that it's going to people that support the Second Amendment, that are really good people, make products that they're passionate about, and who are always looking for some way to give back. So even more of a reason to not shop the trashy Temu stuff. That's the end. That's all I got for you guys. There's 5 Temu holsters. Hopefully you had fun unboxing this and checking it out. And although it was fun, hopefully it's a little bit educational and help you make smarter choices along your firearms journey. But all in all, thank you for hanging around this long. I know I'm a chatty Cathy. Thanks for listening to me, and hopefully I'll see you in next week's video.